Was out there working in the sunlight again, so I'm a little red. You have to forgive me. We're out cutting trees. There's elm trees that are growing under the pomegranate and growing out under the pecan trees. So we got to cut them down because they get in the way of the farming. So it's one of those things you just got to tell them what's up. You just got to tell the elm tree, no, you can't be growing here. This is where the water comes through for this one, and you can't get money out of morons from elm trees. You can only get it out of pecans. That's how you get on the chocolate clip cookie going on, right? So you'd be sitting there working on the stuff and doing what you got to do. And Dad, if it was, not a money thing, he'd probably let a lot of these elms grow. Save you a lot of oxygen and healthy oxygen for your pecan trees. But this isn't rural America. This is hell on earth. This is a place where, no, you can't grow if I can't get money out of you. This is hell, right? And it sucks. So, if she finds that I've been round to see you, tell her that I'm well and doing fine. Don't let on. Don't say she's broke my heart. She's made it clear enough there ain't no room to pine. Mrs. Brown, you've got a lovely daughter. Anybody else like that song? Y'all like Herman's Hermits? My favorite is There's a Kind of Hush all over the world tonight. All over the world you can hear the sounds of lovers in love. You know what I mean? Just the two of us and nobody else in sight. There's nobody else and I'm feeling good, just holding you tight. Listen very carefully, closer now and you will see what I mean. This isn't a dream. The only thing that you will hear is when I whisper in your ear, I love you forever and ever. He has a very soft, elegant British accent, right? Like Harmon from Harmon Harmon's man. I like Wonderful World, but I like it better by Sam Cooke. Don't know much about history. Don't know much of trigonometry. I just believe Sam a little bit more. I don't claim to be an A student, but I'm trying to be. Well, maybe by being an A student, baby, I could win your love for me. Don't know much about algebra. Don't know what a slide rule is for. Don't know much about the French I took. But I do know that I love you. And I know if you love me too. Well, if you love somebody and they love you back, then there's no attachment. If I can't have sex with you, I will die. Then you'll pop a top and red wine and wind me up. And then you'll be a drunk with a red nose like me. And I have a red nose because I got chemically poisoned by a bunch of perverts, not because I choose to drink alcohol to try to drown my sorrows in. Yeah. That's one of the things the people around here, local people did. Telling the Spirit of Jesus, feel my pain, feel my suffering. It's like, excuse me, but I don't go to a bar and try to drink myself in oblivion because I feel sorry for myself. Okay? I do not smoke cigarettes because I'm too stressed to go up and tell my boss, stand up for the Lord's Prayer, you pile of shit. Okay. Done that to everybody. And I don't put drugs in my body because one pill makes you larger and one pill makes you small. And the ones that mother gives you don't do anything. And when the truth is found to be lies and all the joy within you dies, don't you want somebody to love? I love everybody. It would be nice to be loved in return. The greatest thing you'll ever learn is just to love and be loved in return. Okay? That's real difficult when you're the only one capable of loving. When nobody loves you back, it sucks. It's lonely. Man of sorrows. Son of man, people say he's crazy, but their brains is lazy. And why are their brains lazy? Because it's too hard to try to get myself out of my ego addiction. I've been biologically and psychologically conditions to accept over 10,000 fucking murdering selfish years, right? And you guys got to understand, there are people in the United States before people that look like me came over the water. Hands across the water, water, hands across the sky. Little girl, gypsy, get around, get around. Get your feet up off the ground, little, get around. We got to make money, we got to make money. Shut up, motherfucker, let me talk here. And so there were people here before people like me showed up here, right? And not all of them were good. Just like the people that came over on the boats from the other side of the world to this side of the world, not all of them were good. Okay? So Ancestry.com, fuck Ancestry.com. What if your relative was Son of Sam? What if your relative, okay, was Adolf fucking Hitler? What if your relative, okay, was one of the worst piles of shit in the history of the world? Do you really want to look that up? Tell the Mormon Church, I don't want your blood money, and I don't want to be paid for a testimonial to sell food you hold hostage. Fuck off already and take your Rocket Mortgage and shove it up your Rocket Money app and never chime on me again unless it's Marty Robbins' Chapel Bell chime shared publicly with everybody, because we just have a public library. You go down there, ooh, I like that. I want to put that on my MP3. No malware on it. No, you can't do that. That's piracy, and it is not a victimless crime. I'm the worst Messiah in the history of the Messiahs, right? But you have heard of me, right? Okay, Earl, you do understand? Oh, son of a bitch, we suck again, right? So, you have a man like Chief Joseph. I talk to lots of people because I'm the spirit of Adam, Moses, David, Jesus, John in the book of Revelation, right? And that book was over here and read to Native Americans before Earl was born July 19th, 1966, right? So when they ask for help in the future, a lot of them are like, dude, he's not paying attention. What is he doing? He's cruising Central looking for a hot Mexican girl to have sex with and children. What are the rest of the teenagers doing in the 1980s in the United States? Yeah. And so something's wrong with me. I'm a pervert. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay. Son of a bitch. Yeah. I go out looking for a girl to have sex with and have children with, and I'm a pervert. You do it, and I'm only human. You're only human, huh? Okay, go read your book. What does the book say about you? God made man in his own image. Then don't use that sorry-ass fucking excuse, I'm only fucking human, and don't be a scientist and say, I'm an animal, to make excuses to act like a fucking animal, okay? If you're only human, then you reflect the spirit of divine glory, and you must act thus. And if you can't act thus, don't act like an animal and ask me for fuck money, you stupid fucking moron. Do you understand me? Talk to me one more time and see if I don't kick your ass so hard, your ancestors and descendants are begging for mercy for you to shut the fuck up so you can listen to him and speak and think and act like him instead of like you sorry ass pile of dog food. Okay, do you understand? Science gave us that. More love than humanly possible. Are you kidding me? A bag of dog food at the store is more love than Jesus giving us the Lord's Prayer? Son of a bitch, I must be the worst scientist in the history of the fucking world. You are the worst scientist in the history of the fucking world. Yeah, scientifically, that makes sense. But once we're no longer fucking and living the Lord's Prayer, then you are the best scientist in the history of the loving world. Hallelujah, brother! Okay. I really like this guy. I don't know about the rest of you assholes. But Chief Joseph was talking to me. And he said, Earl, what? Because he saw that commercial through my eyes. In your eyes, the light, the heat in your eyes. Of the man avoiding the bear in the truck, which is a good thing. You don't run into a bear. You want to avoid a bear. Right? Then they gave him paper money with crazy white men's faces on it. Right? They say they put Sacagawea and Harriet Tubman on those crazy slave rags too. Yes, God, that's insane. I know it is. But he sits there and he says, they buy gold. I watch these white men. They kill their own wife and children for this gold. Okay, I don't understand. You can't live eternally and share memories with your ancestors and descendants with gold. You cannot eat or drink gold. And you cannot make love with gold, and gold cannot love you. But they tell me it's the most valuable thing in the world, this gold. They tear up my mountains, they murder my women, they murder my children, and they destroy the earth and the water that I need to nurture my women and children and shelter them for this gold. And then they tell me that their God is worth more than gold, but they kill in the name of their God for the gold. I do not understand you white people. Why are you so crazy? Well, yeah. How many men that are red like you that will kill you to fuck your wife and kill your kids? The white people that you don't understand ain't much different than your cousin, right? Do you know what I'm saying? You get a lot of people who come up and say that, hey, why you do this? Why'd you take our land? If I took your fucking land, why would I be sitting next to your drunk ass on this fucking bus, paying my bills and trying to go to college to get off this fucking bus? So I don't have to listen to you and have your drunk ass just make me want to kick your ass to the other end of the bus. All right, shut up. He shut up. He shut up. People tell me shut up. I shut up. He didn't do the Bugs Bunny thing. He shut up, shutting up. He looked at me and went, son of a bitch, this guy means his business. And I was so respectful to that guy. Why'd you take our land? Man, I'm sorry. I feel your pain and I know how much that hurts. Why you take our land? I understand, brother, and I'm sorry for your pain. Why you take our land? And then after about 5 minutes of that, I finally said, if I took your motherfucking land, would I be on this bus sitting next to your drunk sorry ass? Now shut the fuck up. I didn't take your land. I don't have no land myself. All right? He didn't look at me the rest of the bus ride, and he didn't say a damn word. Okay? All you people that claim to love me and fight and fuck over money and say it's your God or your science. Okay? Let's have a quiet ride on the west of the bus until I get everything working right with artificial intelligence to make it reflect actual intelligence so we can all get to where we need to go safely and then live there safely without fuckers drunk and fucked asking us why, they think I'm drunk and fucked like them. Okay, do you see what I'm saying? Okay, you don't like it when I cuss? I don't give a fuck. Okay, I don't give a fuck and I don't give a shit. Okay. I don't give a shit. Take a shit? I don't know why people call it take a shit. It's give a shit to the toilet. That's why when you say, what are you going to go do? I'm going to go give a shit. I'm giving a shit to the toilet. You don't take a shit from the toilet. You take shit from the truck and put it on your flowers. Okay, so when you take a shit, you take it out of the truck from the pasture and you put it where you want it, right? Where you need it. When you give a shit is when I don't give a shit. Yes, you do. You flushed twice yesterday and washed your hands. So don't go around lying in front of me or I'll kick your ass till you can't walk. And if you take a shit, okay, I need you to get out there to the truck and put some of that manure on the roses over there so they grow nice and pretty this year. Okay? Only thing I have to say, it's been a good year for them damn roses, you son of a bitch. All right, you have a nice day. You can hardly bear the sight of the lipstick on the cigarettes in the ashtray. Okay, and the half-drank cup of coffee, but at least you thought you wanted it. That's so much more than I could say for me. All right, peace.